Guys, ultimately, what did you feel was the difference? What enabled you to pull away in that second half and keep Ohio State at arm's length?
Yeah, you can speak on it first.
I just think later on in the game, we got more locked in with each other. We did a lot more talking in the second half, and I think that's what allowed us to come together and pull out the W.
I would say for most of the game, we controlled the glass. I thought the last couple of possessions we weren't able to do as well, but I think our defense kind of overwhelmed them. I think our physicality towards the end overwhelmed them, and I think it's something that we kind of harped on all week. We know they were a physical team. We had to match their physicality and intensity. I think towards the end, we were able to do it on the offensive end. Guys were able to get downhill, offensive rebound at a high level. So I think our physicality kind of overwhelmed them towards the end.
Henry, what allowed you to kind of take over there at the end of the first half inside?
Credit to Boots and Four and H and Jace. Those guys, when they came off the ball screens, they were drawing two defenders and were able to draw those two guys out and able to kind of give me free shots around the rim. I really just had to finish it. Credit to those guys, but it was something we worked on all week. We knew they were going to down on the sides, and the short roll was going to be open. They did an unbelievable job taking away shooters, so I think we just had to finish over their length and play around the rim.
And then Tyrece, what was it like going up against Bruce Thornton, number 2 for Ohio State?
He's a good player. He leads their team. He made the right plays. And he's a competitor at the end of the day. That's what kept him in the game. He made the right plays, so I think that's his team.
When you guys get a couple early putbacks and you sort of get that feeling like we can hit the boards tonight and do something with that, what's that do to you guys energy wise, and like, is that something you just feed on? How would you describe that?
Well, 100%. I think that's when Coach came to College Station, that's one of the things he's harped on this whole time here. How can we be on the offensive glass? How can we be great on the defensive glass? And I think offensively, we just kind of overwhelm them with our physicality. Even our guards are able to get down there and do things that help impact winning. But yeah, when we see the first couple guys kind of go down there, I think it just motivates the whole team, and not just guys who are playing, but even guys on the bench. It hypes them up, even our coaches. So I think it's just kind of our culture and what coaches created.
You guys were a great offensive rebounding team last year too, and 19-9 second advantage and second chance points in this game. Just what does it take to be a great offensive rebounding team in that culture that your coach has established?
I would say, we do bubble drill. You just put a bubble on the rim, and there's no makes. And so it's kind of man on man, and, you kind of got to be tough. And it's not like it's having a 5-man go against another 5-man. No, it's a point guard going against a 5, and that point guard's got to find a way. Wade's got to go against Wildens, and he's got to find a way to box Wildens out and get that rebound. And so I think it's just a culture, and it's a compounding effect over time. If you do something every day, it builds and builds, and it becomes not just a habit, but your instinct. And so I think that's just our instinct and what we are. Once that ball is on the rise, we're going to get it and go after it.
For both of you guys, what does it say about your offense that you can get 3 guys scoring 20 points or more in a game, especially when it's on the road against a Power 5 school?
I just think it's a part of our coaches and how they recruit. Any given night, anybody from the starters to anybody on the bench can go off. You just never know. And feeding off the rebounding or just believing in one another and just playing through each other, I think that gives or that feeds us to have that type of energy, to just believe in one another.
Yeah, I think everybody just has confidence when they come into the game. I think Coach has done an unbelievable job this year, people knowing their roles, and people have, they know their roles early in the year. This is our second game, and I think that's a big part of our success kind of early right now and what we're doing. We have a lot of stuff to keep doing and to build on, but I think people knowing their roles and people playing with just ultra confidence has really helped this team.
Was there a point in the game where you could feel that you were wearing them down? The way that you were able to get to the glass and the way you were able to dictate some of the pace of the game. Could you feel that at any specific point in the game?
I would say no. I think, what Coach Coleman does and his team's never quit. I think Ohio State has an unbelievable culture on their end. I know Coach Diebler and his success on the offensive end, I think, they're a really well-coached team. They don't give up, and so I don't think there was at any point that we were, well, we got them now. But they're a really well-coached team, and those guys fight.
I got one. You guys, there's a stretch of about 5-6 minutes in the second half where you were really going bucket for bucket with them, just exchanging baskets. It never got farther than like a 2-point game, and it really felt like whichever team here can like string together consecutive baskets is probably going to pull away. What about your group gives you confidence that like you were going to be the ones in this game to eventually pull away when it was looking like that back and forth?
I just think having that confidence in each other that that my teammate going to make the right play, going to do the right things, and then again at practice, we hoop at practice. We have turkey game. When the turkey game, one time we went for like 30 minutes because we was going bucket for bucket. So it wasn't our first time being in that situation, and credit to them too because they kept hooping and we was just going bucket for bucket as you say. Unfortunately, we was able to pull out the win.
Thank you guys.